everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Gen Z Circle. And today we have a special guest here in Adeola, Miss Adeola Carew. That's why I said Miss. I haven't seen any rings or anything like that. But yeah.
Clap.
So Miss Adeola Carew, excuse me, I'm introducing our guest, is a feminist, sex positive advocate. The writer, I don't know Swana Nagin, but yeah, she's a writer. She's a multi. Yeah, she's a poet. And she's a lawyer as well. Barrister. Round of applause for barrister.
Look at him blush.
Yeah, and basically she's just a wonderful person.
Oh, thank you.
I also found out she writes songs.
You do?
Yeah, she does.
Why are you telling people things?
Oh my God, that's nice.
Okay. Anyway, so she's here to accompany us in today's topic, which is sex education. Yes. And first of all, we need to start off with the definition. So could you help us, please?
Okay, so I like for refer to note so that I don't miss any single thing. So I'm just going to read the definition when I get here. So it says sex education. It gives young people the knowledge and the skills they need for a lifetime of good sexual health. They learn how to make healthy relationships, have informed decisions about sex, think critically about the world, be a good ally to those who are marginalized, and to love themselves for who they are. I like that. I feel like there's a lot of components in there, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. That's
Encompasses everything.
Yeah. And what are your guys' perspective about sex education?
Should I have anything to say?
They do the version.
When it comes to... I'm a virgin. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah,
You and me both.
Twins.
Where have you been?
You didn't scam, guys. Yes, carry on.
Only true thing.
Carry on, Didi.
Moving on, guys. So sex ed, in my opinion, is having like a guide in a way. Because we're all human beings. We all know the stages we go through.
Yeah.
Infant, toddler, then puberty, which just like skyrockets into like depression and stuff. That's another topic. But sex ed brings a guide into unfamiliar territory. Yes.
I like that one.
I love that.
Yeah, because when you have this, it's not necessarily going to prevent you from making mistakes, but at least you have something that could like guide you, you know, prevent you from doing stuff which would bring consequences you should live to regret. So that's how I see it. So I think it's very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Miss
What
Fatima.
about you? What about you?
Don't have anything to say.
Why not? Why not?
Well, like what he said, it's like a guide.
She concurs.
Yeah.
Let us move on.
It's like a
I
guide.
concur as well.
Boy,
I concur
Like
as well.
direct you
Yeah.
what to do and what not to do. To save
Okay.
yourself from any,
necessary.
And to also have fun. To have good sex.
okay.
Almost
Well,
definitely.
what she said.
Yeah.
That,
What she
contradicts our topic.
Is it?
No, it does not really.
It's sex education.
Sex
Yes.
education.
So yeah. So what do you think is the role of the parents in sex education? Because it's the first contact you
Yeah.
get. So yeah.
Like, I feel like parents should play like a big role concerning sex ed, because if you cannot discuss things with your parents, that's how so many people make mistakes. So like, but I don't think parents create like a safe space for children to discuss sex education with them, like the stigma or something like that. Because imagine you want to go and discuss sex education with your African mom.
It's African parents are judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, you're not even up to, like, even if you're not doing anything, but like at least you should know for the future. But like they'll not even give you that safe space to go
Make
and
you look like a
discuss.
taboo at this point.
Yeah. So
Your family is the first point of like socialization. And people, when they think about sex education, they're just thinking, like having sex, right? But it's more than that. It's about human sexuality. How I should be a woman in the world and how I should operate as a man in the world. It's part of that, right? Because you understand that being a woman, you have to deal with men and then you have to deal with attraction. And these things come very early. So it's just teaching your child Just like how you did teach her for cook and teach her for clean, teach her for be woman, and the feelings same way they come with the consequences of your actions or inaction, and even as a man, you understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, sex education is just way more than just having sex.
Having sex, yeah.
It's even like your perception of the other gender. You understand? Like, wait till you think about what woman name. Wait till you think about other man that you understand. All of that.
That's true.
So yeah, because really parents don't really help the situation, just like you said. Because
They don't.
African parents. Because I could say I've never had a sexual conversation with my parents before.
Can you though?
You can't.
Yeah, I
I feel
can't.
like, by the way, we should stop saying African parents. It's just
I think
parents.
it's like a
Parents in
worldwide
general.
thing.
It's a worldwide thing.
It's not really a stereotype at this point. It's actually something.
No, but we don't
I'm
know. We
saying
don't know
it's a
about
worldwide
white
thing. It's
people.
not an African thing. It's a
'Cause I
worldwide
think,
thing.
For white people, they control the media, the West. They have their propaganda.
Well, true.
Progressive, but then you always hear them having these issues. So I think for parents, because it's very funny how they forbid you from involving in things like that. For instance, when you reach puberty and start, your grown juices start coming out, and then there's no one to like help you navigate the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, well, if you're a woman, okay, go ahead, pad. It's done.
Oh yeah,
If you're a man, you
Like,
started like, oh,
I remember
they
the
can't
first
even
time.
Discuss
Exactly.
things like that with you.
They
I remember
really
the
don't.
first time.
They really
like,
don't.
The first time I came home from
Exploded.
school.
I get it,
Exploded, right?
Uh-huh.
So I told my mom in the evening. I was like, oh yeah, something happened to me today.
What do you mean by exploded? You see period?
No, like
Pew pew.
Oh, if you say exploded, I'm like, what are we talking about?
yeah.
Right.
So yeah. Anyways, I told my mom what happened. That it came out. Although I did something for it to come out, but yeah, I explained something else.
You know,
Sorry,
like.
mom. But yeah, so she told me about semen and the cause of it and what it leads. So basically, she just told me, now you're a man. Now you will give belly. So when you lay down with woman,
It's
you
like a
give
warning.
belly.
They're warning you.
Yeah, they make you afraid of that.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, so basically, I knew it's not really like that, but it was a tad bit helpful. Just a tad bit. Yeah, but it really wasn't helpful to me because not so as you laid out woman, you give belly.
Yeah, like what you said. I had this friend when I think junior secondary school. So like she started her period earlier before us. So then she was telling us that how her mom told her that when she's on her period, a boy cannot touch her. Like we didn't understand. Like we just thought like, okay, maybe when a boy holds you, you get pregnant. She said, my mom told me that if a boy touches me, I'll get pregnant. So like we're all surprised. So one day we were coming back from school and like few boys, they were playing football and like she was on her period on that day because she told us. Then a boy touched her. We all started shouting, you're pregnant. Because that was what she told us, that if a boy touches you, you'll get pregnant. Like, we didn't know what it meant. So, like, I feel like parents, they should discuss things like that with their kids.
The thing is that they themselves don't know. They're not informed. So that's the problem. A lot of them grew up in an age where there was not enough information. There was a lot of shame and stigma that surrounds sex, and it's something you do in the house and you just don't talk about it. You understand? Or at least women wouldn't talk about it as much as men. You understand?
That's true.
And so they don't know. But Mickey always say, whilst we are aware of the facts they don't know, we also need for notes to get responsibility for land. Come on now. There's no excuse. It's 2024.
You're a
Get with the
parent.
program. You're born
parent.
picking. You need for like ready for them kind of thing.
It's your role. It's your role.
It's your role. You're supposed
They
for
should
noting
know.
it for teach you picking. Or else na street a go teach them. You don't know what thing for go tell them.
Yeah, just like
Just like what happened.
Exactly.
Just like what happened.
So yeah, we move on to schools. So do you think school has a major impact on sex ed or not?
I do think it does. In
what
because
way?
School is a place. I like using the word unfamiliar territory, but right.
All I knew word.
But your family, you grow up with them, you're used to them. You have this sense of safety and stuff, and then you go to school. Different people, different backgrounds, teachers. Everyone is just really, really random, and so you meet people with different ideas and perspectives about things, just like how your friend
Yeah.
You know, you guys didn't have anything. You learned from her that if you touch a guy, you can get pregnant.
You can get pregnant.
And so I think it influences your perception on sex, you know, how you view yourself on stuff like that. It pushes you to even do things sometimes, and, you know, peer group influence. Yeah, so I do think it has a major impact and influence in your sexual development, even with your friends too and teachers. Because in school, I don't think teachers necessarily teach you about, you know, the whole, you do physical ed, you do biology, and it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, male, female genitals.
Exactly. They don't really tell you what happens,
Yeah.
all of that. So I do think it has an impact.
So yeah, what would you say is like, okay, why isn't it taught in school?
Well, it's supposed to be taught now. There's a new curriculum.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Serio?
Yeah.
Sincerely.
Really?
Yeah,
it's
last
not.
last school year, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, last school year.
Our Minister of Education did a thing. You know, we're happy.
So we're
The former
guinea pigs then.
minister.
Oh, that's nice.
We're happy.
Yeah. So,
Impressive.
Yeah.
do you think it would really impact?
Yes, it
Yeah.
will.
I do.
So,
Not now.
Personally, I don't. Personally, I really don't.
No, I think it would. I actually think it would. When you talk to younger kids, they will tell you that they're very grateful that we have these kind of conversations and we have them often. Because the thing with younger kids is that their attention span,
Yeah.
really. But then you continue for teaching. There's a whole curriculum, and every week there's a class where you learn something new. I wish I had that. I mean, we were in school, and I've been also picking in the 9 years. Primary school, they were having sex. They be the finger in a class.
Oh,
so
yeah. They were doing that.
Yes, because the thing is, there's a school and there's so many kids from different backgrounds, and then they're there. Some of these kids, they're being abused at home. They're already having sex, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's voluntary, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
I get
without
it, I get
consent.
it.
So they have that, and they don't even know it's wrong, by the way. They don't know it's wrong.
Because
So
their
they
kids,
come.
their perception.
Exactly, and then they're probably the loud kids. So they're the ones teaching the other ones. And
That's
they're like, oh, this is
true.
fun. So the thing is, when we have the sex ed, is not just teaching about their bodies, it's also teaching them things like consent, it's teaching them about abuse. So when these conversations come up in class, now they realize that, this is not okay.
This is not
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in this world, in this country, we're going, like a lot of adults, they're moving around, they don't know any of these things. They're doing the worst things, they don't even know it's wrong. But now we're building a generation of kids who are coming up and they're so aware. They're aware of the world, they're aware of themselves and of each other. And it's going to be wonderful to see in the few years. I feel like it's going to be amazing. I think there's going to be a huge impact.
Why don't you think it would be an impact?
There would be respect, there would, it would be, I see it.
Everything now is on the internet, right? And basically, nowadays, you say you bring in sex education. I feel like it's too late. Personally,
What do you think?
it wouldn't really make much change because we learn everything on the internet. When we were coming up, what did you learn about different sex positions? What did you learn about
Cousins?
Where did you learn? What do you think they learned it from? Not their parents, obviously.
I want to think for them.
But personally, I'd say from the internet, I learned a lot searching about what in this they do. If I do this will happen. You understand?
Because the internet does create a
So I don't
sense of
really
safety
think.
to,
Yeah, I don't really think implementing it in schools will make much of a difference. I'd like it, to be honest. I'd like for
would.
it to be implemented
actually
more, but I don't really think it'll make much of a change now.
It will.
Oh, now.
It's
Now.
we're talking about socialization. We're talking about changing people's minds. And those kids, they're going to grow up and they don't even think like us.
That's true.
It would be so normal that they have all this information. The problem with the internet is there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of falsehood on it.
Exactly.
Everybody who shares information, they share it from their own perspective.
Not the
They have the message that they want to put out, right?
Yeah.
Sex is fun. Go have sex. Do what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is fun. You can have sex too, you know? I'm just saying.
Right.
Well, you know what I mean? We're talking about like for kids, right?
Yeah.
But now there's a message, there's like an actual curriculum that is shaped in the proper way that it's conscious of the health risks, about even you know, psychological risks, things that, how it would affect your mental health. So yeah, and they're not going to give this to the kids in one, at one go, you know. they get way the way they go shape them in which way you small, wait they go teach you. Sometimes they go teach you no. How to say no.
How to say no.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that campaign where they do whatever they put
Yes,
say no to
don't
sex.
touch this.
Yeah.
Things like that. Maybe that's what they will start off with. I actually need to, because with my work and everything.
The internet will teach you that.
Yeah.
And
I said the internet won't teach you that.
yes, particularly imagine they start telling 5-year-old kids how to say no. If somebody says this, say no. Report to teacher. Like, you grow up with that, you understand?
Snitch.
And it becomes, yes, you snitch. Yes, it becomes part of you. It's so necessary. In fact, tomorrow, I have been invited to grammar school. I'm going to go talk
School.
to,
Right,
I'm going to go talk to the boys about sex. The school actually approved of that. There's a week where they have different people coming, and I'm going to go talk to them about sex. And so instead of me going to go tell them what I want, I asked the teachers to have the boys send questions. And oh my God, those questions. The teacher sends them, and then he was apologizing, like, oh, I'm so sorry. The questions are so extra. Like,
Grammar school boys
they're
do that
so
too.
raw.
I'm just saying.
And I said, it's not a problem. This is good. So now I can tell her what I'm going to say just based on your questions. You understand? Yeah. So yes, it's a good thing.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all fun and games.
For now, it's probably a little slow growth. But in the future,
maybe
you can
because
see.
kids are easily manipulated.
Plus,
that's the point.
If you're feeding them now,
Fine.
you're more susceptible
Change your
to
mind, yes.
their brains are permeable.
And
to
give
that.
them the good stuff. Not
Exactly.
But everything's a good stuff, though.
Not really.
really.
Not really.
No, it's just based on ideas.
I think sometimes you just want to be like the devil's advocate, just because.
That's
I feel like that's
it.
just what he wants
Wow.
to do, just because he's like, this is what I'm doing.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
As it should be.
Okay. Anyways, so guys,
Yeah.
how do you think porn influences sex? Not sex, I think, in this case, but sex.
Sex itself?
Yes.
I think it gives a weird or warped perception on sex. For one, there's like this people who have this idea that sex should be an hour, 2 hours, and stuff like that. And you don't know these videos that are being edited, you know?
Yeah.
They'll take a break. They pause and they come back again. Do this for like...
They're 1 hour long porn videos.
I think so.
6.
6 hours.
6 hours.
6 hours?
Yep.
Why would I watch porn for 6 hours?
That's a whole TV show, man.
Yeah,
Like-
That's a whole TV show.
Yeah, the durations are usually like 15, 16 minutes long. Like the full videos.
Really?
Like where you see transitions from
One place. No, I don't venture it down there. Please, good 5 minutes, we're out.
Okay.
Yes.
where I think porn influences sex a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And for the younger generation,
That's
it's
where they learn everything from.
Yeah.
because I learned a lot from porn,
porn.
not gonna lie, and I learned it in school.
Yeah, they were watching porn
Yeah.
in class.
They were like one but what the old phone and then everyone comes around him.
We really get competition for who that get the highest blue sign phone.
Yes, just call it. That was what you call it blues.
Yeah. Now until we perspective change, why do we have so much,
Porn,
Yeah.
And then
like,
imagine a female comes to your phone and sees all of this.
also, I don't think you can get off to all of them.
Yeah, you just do
No,
it
you-
because it's like
Yeah.
a thing. Again, it's just the boys like showing that. You see, it's in a
It
competition.
boosts, that's how.
It was such a,
That's
that's such a
actually
weird
weird.
thing to be proud of. Like, I have the most
Yeah,
porn.
I
in
have
my-
Yeah, like
Yeah.
in Form 2, Form 1, Form 2.
Yeah, from
Yes.
one, from two.
Means that from 2, I remember those boys. They were
People
watching
every
it.
day where they get 2,000 videos.
Interestingly though, when people go
2000.
older, like from 6, they don't get time for that. And they say,
Yeah,
I
they-
need to see
I think
that.
it's because they
Good.
do it now.
No, my advice, which I think was say, now we you idle, now we idle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now you they watch porn. Now we idle, now you think for
better
do.
things to do. I
Yeah,
mean, like if
you
you
know,
have a
just pick your
job,
phone and
you
watch.
work,
For no reason.
2,000 porn
2,000
videos.
porn
Just say download,
lot.
just say download.
Is it okay
It's a
in now?
lot. But I think it affects him mentally too.
Yeah.
It does. There's a lot of.
Because you don't value, you just them as objects, for your own pleasure. When it's
Yes.
supposed to be enjoyable by both parties.
And then you know, say all man body parts different in size and
Yeah,
girth and all of that.
exactly.
And then you go to be watch yourself. They
like,
think
oh yeah.
there's all of that.
You're
It's-
fine, you're fine.
Hey, you.
You're fine, you're
So
fine.
how many
Hey.
did you have at that time? How many videos did you have at that time?
Did you win?
No, I don't ever win. Not gonna lie, but we're understanding. You know, our class was about 30 people.
You're not
full.
much.
So at the time, we used to have like 20-something people participating. So yeah.
You were among.
I was in the top 15.
Wait, it's not that emergencies for now school.
No.
One of the reasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then
now.
the games were introduced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sex games were
right.
introduced.
Oh,
Yeah.
they even have games.
And spinning the bottle and all of that.
Oh. Oh.
So you see, these things
Times.
people just
7 minutes in
experiment.
heaven.
Yeah, good. Times.
Yeah, we don't do those things. I
Anymore.
don't anymore. I don't feel like
No, people don't really do
maybe
that.
it's like an
People have
age
better
thing
things
also.
to do
Yeah.
now
Is it an
than
age
to
thing?
watch
No,
porn.
those, I don't
know.
think, the only thing that's an age thing is truth or dare, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because they
truth or dare
still
could
do
never
it.
get old, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think it would ever get
it
old.
never gets old.
Depends on how and who you deal with.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay, truth and they're experts.
No, it's like you can say truth or dare. Go
And
kiss
now,
family,
like now,
you
they
know?
even have those cards.
Now it's drinking games. Now it's
Oh
drinking
yes,
games.
Yeah,
yes, sip or
true.
truth, you know, sip or dare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
now
yeah.
it's drinking games.
Yeah, so like porn, I think it does have like a lot of effects for the women and the men. But I can also say that when they talk about the negative side, yes, we could say like younger kids watching it and all of that. And of course, it affects like divorce rates, blah, blah, blah. But I think there are also good parts of
Yeah,
it.
it
Because yes,
does.
you do learn. Just like how we say you learn good things, you also learn bad
Bad
things.
things.
Spice up your married.
Yeah, they help
No?
you spice
Okay,
up.
okay.
A lot of people, like I said, they don't. It does.
It
in
does.
a sense, as in, most people, right? Like people are not exposed that much. Then if it's like sex is just missionary, you lie there, lie.
Hey!
But now,
We're talking about the church, by the
actually.
way.
Allow her to speak.
but now you go on these, you watch these videos, and you discover like there are other ways to spice it up and have more fun. So like proper adult fun. Right? You get to learn.
Adults,
things.
kids, adults fun.
Adult fun.
Adult fun.
Well, yeah.
No, but question, since you're a lawyer, what's the legal age in SL?
18.
18?
Yes.
Sierra Leone, yeah. Sad, but yeah.
Well, regardless,
Sad.
adult fun.
Yes, adult fun.
Yeah,
You know,
adult
say
fun.
any bulletin, anything where they come out, they always say above 18, under
Yeah.
18, above 18, under 18. So yeah.
So how important do you feel, or how integral do you feel sexual hygiene should be introduced? Because everyone knows what sex is about. Everyone knows how to go about it.
Yeah.
The various things we've spoken about. But what really is missing is the sexual hygiene.
Sexual hygiene.
You know, because just like I saw something on TikTok like a few days ago, where someone was talking about the smell of a vagina. It's not supposed to smell like florals. Not supposed to smell like, you know,
Or perfume.
it needs to
it's
have
like
its own
flesh,
smell. Yeah. So
Natural.
what would you really say, or shed light on sexual hygiene?
Yeah, so my organization, Safe Space Sierra Leone, that's something we're super like passionate about, and like most of our videos on social media in particular, like on TikTok, we talk a lot about like sexual health and hygiene. It's super important because for you to have good sex, you need to be well, and then you need to make sure the sex you're having is safe sex. So this is where we're talking about like using condoms. We're talking about contraceptives because you know what for kange bele.
True.
You know what I mean? You want now enjoy yourself, not to plus you get not all you know kange bele, you understand? So all of that. Or wait till you know go with, you go pull commodity, you understand? It's all of that. So I feel like people need to be aware, first of all, the natural states, like how all things for the naturally, because nothing you know way something abnormal, you understand? So we notice a lot of women don't even look at themselves. A lot of girls don't even watch themselves. They don't know how their body parts look like. We've been having, you know, with my work and everything, we get like conferences with women, and then you go say, watch yourself. They're like, well, look at that thing, oh, look at that thing disgusting for look like it. It look like a roast beef way fried up like a thing. Yes, you have women who say
Men,
that.
so I come, so it's
Exactly. Or you would say women who would say, I don't want to be company woman, all the inside. Why make me only longer angry?
Why come when I do?
Like, why all of that? They don't. Then, of course, there's the fact that as a culture, we get people don't have clits. There are people who don't have clits because of circumcision and FGM and all of that. So there's also like a lot of, you have to consider that too, you know, and you get different kind of FGM, you understand? So you get the one that way not to lesser degree, you get the one that way not to a they put all thing, and then they sew them up. So you see, so all of these people, when you're talking about sexual health and hygiene, they all get now like you need for be like it depends on all these different things. You can't come and give like a blanket waiting, you understand? Like you can't give blanket treatment. But I think like I say, it's super important to make you be clean because that's when you're gonna have the most fun. You need for be clean and healthy.
Because you feel confident too at the same time.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
And I feel like sexual hygiene for be a whole campaign. Like,
Should
really for be like a serious campaign.
And not just for the women too, men too.
the men.
Of course.
Because some don't know how to do it.
Yeah. People need to understand, by the way, say sex kills. It does.
Yeah, it does.
It kills?
But
Yes.
you know the funniest thing? I've never heard a woman died from sex. It's always the guys.
I think we're talking about something.
No, listen.
That's the sex kills. I don't mean you, they get sex.
No. Think about it still. Until that man happened. We say if he die pansu. You never hear
fasting.
You've never heard
Fasting.
I've heard that.
Everyone like since that.
I don't son man.
And the funny thing is,
Send it to me.
I would look them up. But the funny thing is,
Alright.
people are now always when they cheat, then they go fasting.
No, think
like-
about it. It happens.
They can't pull their gun do and go there in a hospital. It's so funny. Have you seen the one with the ambulances and then they tight they're really stuck together?
Yeah, I saw something on TikTok too. Like, was it Kenya or Mozambique? Like,
No,
I
that
can't
it
remember.
happens sometimes.
Like they're stuck together.
Sex kills, but it doesn't kill a woman.
Why don't we see that in person?
No, when I say sex kills, I mean the consequences of sex. When we talk in relation to sexual health, as in if you go get STI, HIV and AIDS,
STI,
the thing when it's getting, of course, we know say HIV and AIDS. Yeah, you know they how they call it, you know go die for my if you take your medication.
prep.
But lots of people are not even get tested. In this country, we don't get tested.
They don't get tested.
So
They're
I get
afraid.
tested all the time, and people and they say, "What you look
not
for
just in this
ibuprofen?"
country,
I'm
though.
like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not how it works. Just because I'm being safe, no means say you can't get something. No, so you have to get tested. Young people don't get tested.
Yeah,
Plus-
but how
Sorry.
often do you think, let's go, how often do you think everyone should get tested?
We depend on how often you get sex. If you're not getting sex, why you?
No, but it's not necessarily just from sex.
From sex, I
yeah.
know.
So how?
Must
What's the
say,
duration?
now make her say, it depends on how often you get sex in sense as if you know they get sex right at all, but then you do other things. Not if you go to barber and all of that.
public
Maybe
one.
like every 6 months, do it twice a year. Forget about that. If they get sex all the time, and then you know say that then kind of sex the way you're drunk, so you might not even remember to put on condoms. It depends on your exposure. So all of this depends on your level of exposure. So maybe every 3 months, depending on your activity, or
Medically, they say
6
3
months.
months.
So yeah. I do.
tested once.
No, if I talk how often I do I go say?
Medical or something. I don't
Well,
know
just
why I
too
was
small. Just too
it's okay,
small.
it's okay.
Small. Like, just small.
I did part of a Rotary, and we had like a medical personnel coming to talk about HIV. And so he did say, this is not like a gateway or escape for you to have like random sex. No. But there's this drug called PrEP.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can take it. It prevents you from... it reduces the risk, basically. You're not necessarily 100% safe, but like...
But you tell you about the side effects of him?
yes, he did.
What's the side effect?
I don't remember. Well, he spoke about it.
Yeah.
But he also said if you stop taking it, you're more susceptible to contact it.
Exactly.
So,
So
yeah, so it's like a whole life thing.
why for the take her every day? We no say no
I
get
mean,
for.
Papa got there,
Use
you're not
condoms.
married.
I think that they can work more for people and way more say you know see your partner actually gets HIV and AIDS, but you love them and you still want to be with them and they're taking their own medication. So you know for say if you then take their medication, then they become then they for transfer.
True.
Disease. But then you also don't want to forget them. So you could be taking it ahead. And I can say it's cute, but you need to love and love. A lot of people.
Yeah, love conquers all. I
You
think.
do things for love, you know?
That's true. Anyways, thank you for coming.
And of course, there's the one you can do afterwards. You can
Yeah, I
take the pill.
They have the post, they have
Yeah,
the
the prep and then the pep.
for the
You virgin, you know a lot.
HIV.
Yes, for HIV.
when I'm ready.
So that's the one way
yeah.
if you
Very-
actually able
Thank
for
you.
just going to hospital. By the way,
Hey,
if you don't get sex without condoms and you feel say you exposed, you can go to any government hospital and it's supposed to forgive you.
Yep.
But yeah, me the beef because I had given that advice on radio and TV a lot, and then I said, let me test it, right? So at check, I go to the hospital, and then I go begin telling me, why make you the expose? You said before people, yes, that's all I did, and take care of it. And I'm like, wow, these nurses, that's why I'm building my health center. Also, they train me nurses for making them
Watch
behave
out, guys.
fine. Watch out, guys.
Okay. So we've learned a lot. I've learned a lot.
Me too.
Like,
Gonna lie. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Just listening.
Yeah,
just
she didn't really
grasping.
say much today. She was a little bit quiet.
So is she the virgin now?
No, you're still the virgin.
Thank
but
you.
They want to require Saturday for fridge.
Yeah.
So
why? Like, I'm just.
You know, in a smile, they smile say, "Oh, these kids, they don't know."
You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
Please.
So yeah. So we're moving on.
to the games.
So yeah.
My friend is in the. Can I
You
go
could take-
first?
Yeah,
Sure
you
thing.
should. Okay.
Might I pick me on
Pass it. You should pick, Oga.
the government says I should tell people that 18 years old and above you can have sex.
The government.
It says what is
Okay,
the age?
Government.
What is the age? I think they say at what age do you think people should have sex, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, apart from the government. Oh, cause now solicitor.
Right. Legally.
You cannot have
my
sex.
time?
You can't
Okay.
have no. If you do it, don't have sex before 18 years old, guys. Don't do that.
Stay safe.
Good advice.
Stay safe.
Have you ever dated multiple people at the time? No. This is an easy question. No.
Oh,
never do that.
sweet
I could never
boy,
do
good
that.
boy.
Could never. I wish though.
Or they go
but-
catch you, or they don't want you.
No, it's not that.
They
It's
don't
just
answer.
to-
They don't
You're a
answer.
virgin at the end of the day. Come on, man.
They don't want you. Steve.
So, my question says, have you ever had an STI before? Of course not.
So of course not. How would we know?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Mine is. Wow. What's your opinion on kissing?
I feel like you wrote that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. He's the one who asks questions
Blush
like
is
that.
sweet.
Yeah, my opinion on kissing is you should not really kiss every single person because
I heard that, like,
That's true. That's true.
kissing, like, it gives bacteria.
it also
Does.
spreads STIs.
Yes, you can spend.
Yeah.
But question: if you're having like casual, link up and stuff, do you kiss the person? Also, you do stuff in the person, but you don't care.
Yes, I can be inside you, but with the,
How
no
inside
kissing.
can you get?
Okay,
As inside
a quick one. I have friends who say, "Narage girl, you just need for fucker. You just need for get sex with her. You don't need for like
Yeah,
kiss her."
that makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's
So,
that's.
No, I
what it
think
really
so
is.
because
If you're
a lot of
having
people
sex,
you
you're
get
having
emotional when you're
protection.
kissing, so they're not to fall in love with a shower.
Well, true,
It's very dangerous.
true.
Or you're using protection, but
But it doesn't make sense to me either.
not
Same.
using protection for it.
But you do know rubber can get torn, right? Like, so how safe are you?
You're never really too safe.
Right.
Work too.
Yeah, wait.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for coming on the show.
By the way, I'm not telling people and say for work too. I was joking in case sports hearing me, and then they crop that side and say Adeola say work too condom.
Hey.
I did not say that.
No, but I think I was saying 3.
Wow, what you go feel?
Third time's a charm, man.
Allow.
Third time's a charm. I mean.
We're just being
Anyways,
ridiculous now, guys.
guys.
Yes.
Today was a good
Drum
one.
roll.
It was.
It was a good one, to be honest.
Because I was here, I know.
I really did he?
It's all about you. You're the star.
Thank you.
It's not about him.
Yeah, it's
He's
not
a
about
star.
you.
Please.
So yeah, let's just give a round of applause for our guest
me,
today.
right?
Our
But
guest.
thank you.
Our guest.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching. Follow us on all social platforms like Instagram, Twitter,
Don't follow me on Twitter.
Facebook, TikTok.
all on
Twitter.
Boku Talk TV.
Don't follow me on
Thank
Twitter,
you, guys.
Don't follow me.
And our own personal.
No, in your Instagram, excuse you,
What?
my Instagram first,
Please.
You can follow me on Instagram on Call Me Boof Daddy.
That's so lame, man. You can follow me on Instagram, The Virgin Diddy.
But you need your Instagram.
Yes.
No, but I'm from just the vibe. Yeah.
Fatima Zara on Instagram.
Couch potato.
Underscore. Don't
And
forget the
mine
underscore.
is
Underscore
the
Fatima
underscore writer underscore Adeola.
Okay. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.